Peace, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. That's it. That's just it. Let's briefly talk about trauma. Y'all, I really need y'all to understand, no one can tell you that something is not traumatic to you. Just because you weren't sexually assaulted, abused, robbed, experienced an act of racism or murder, I really don't know. I'm just throwing serious experiences out there that the majority believes signifies trauma. But that does not mean that you are not traumatized. It doesn't. And I'm not insinuating that all traumas are equal. Some things are really unbearable. And it's hard as hell for people to acknowledge or accept these things. And I am so sorry to anyone who has experienced these traumas, because they are serious. And you didn't deserve it. But this doesn't mean that other experiences are not traumatic. Not feeling loved is traumatic. Not being able to express yourself is traumatic. Being forced to become an adult as a child is traumatic. Not knowing your birth parents is traumatic. Heartbreaks are traumatic. Being surrounded by people who don't take accountability is traumatic. Not having a safe place is traumatic. Burying things that aren't serious to others is traumatic. Not loving yourself is traumatic. And so much fucking more. What really grinds my gears is people are so quick to judge other people's lives and take little to no effort to acknowledge their own trauma. Trauma is unique to each individual person. And I am adamant about releasing substances because it allows those feelings, emotions, and memories that we've buried deep down to surface so we can heal from them. Someone asked me a couple weeks ago what the worst day of my life was. And I really had to sit with this question to be able to answer it. And until now, I wasn't very open to sharing it with my counselor or publicly, for that matter. But I had an abortion when I was 21. And that shit literally broke my entire soul. It did. And I buried all of those emotions. And when I reflect, coincidentally, I started drinking when I was 21. But I started drinking and smoking so heavily. after this, because I was not ready to face those feelings and emotions. If you really know me, you know how I feel about children. So this was literally like ripping my fucking heart out my chest. And I could not handle it. I could not handle it. So I did so much to avoid it. To bury it, and to just act as if it never happened. And even though that child is not here, I love them with everything in me. Everything in me. But at that time, I was in no position to have another baby. So I had to make the best decision for myself. And I do have some regrets. But overall, I know that it was the best decision that I can make for current circumstances. That experience was so traumatic for me. It was so traumatic for me. And this might not be the case for everyone. This might not be the case for everyone. But I cannot handle that truth for a long time. And not a lot of people know about this. So when I say this is a very large step for me, I mean that. I mean that with everything in me. But I allow this vulnerability because I want to be an example of what trauma can look like. As people, we have to do our due diligence to become better. And that involves healing. And I really hope that I'm able to help many people because we really do need it. But I'll let y'all. I'll catch y'all.